Okay, let's go.
You're new here, yeah?
That's right.
Got a place you should check out then. There's this guy, a real fishing enthusiast, putting around in his skiff at the base of the mountain. He's near an Imperial camp. Mind seeing if he's all right?
Yeah, no problem.
Much appreciated.
We're not getting up this water. Not without some help. Hey, look at this. Tanalorr is real. And it may be the last corner of this galaxy that's safe from the Empire. I wish you could have seen it too, BD. Looks like seeds. Better hold on to them until I can find good soil. What's that, bud? I think we just found our ticket out of here. Easy. It won't hurt you. Mount up. Let's go, BD. Check it out, BD. Come on! I bet we can clear that gate with a little boost from our new friend. Got it. Good, Nekko. Thanks for the assist. Easy, Nekko. A sand crawler, you know what that means. Jawas can't be far off. Ready to go. Now! Let's go, BD. Up! More Priorite. Let's ride. I need to focus. Back to it. There they are. These buildings are ancient, older than anything else we've seen on Koboh.
Look what we found.
Seeds. Can't do anything with it without a garden.
Looks like the MANTIS is back in action.
Come on, BD. Let's meet him at the landing pad.
Time to go.
Come on, Nekko.
Jump!
Hey, not bad.
That's it. Stay safe, you hear?
Well, you got a mean look to you.
I do?
Yeah, like you're not afraid of nothing. Maybe you can find out what all this fuss is about. There's a shack, nestled way out near the caverns. Folks call it Key's Workshop.
What's in the workshop?
Misery. And maybe treasure, or so I hear. If you're in the area, could be worth a visit.
The new fella. Howdy.
Howdy back at you.
If you're looking for a side, you might want to trek to the higher edges of the canyon.
Is it worth the hike?
I wouldn't know. Never been there myself. Too steep to climb. And there's a lot of creatures up there. Some of them won't even eat you.
Sounds like paradise.
It's a tough climb, but you'll find a way up. And you'll see the true majesty of Koboh. I just know it.
Z, you're looking good as new.
Indeed, that mechanical mixologist is a miracle worker. I must know, did you locate the key to Tanalor?
It's complicated, but we'll find it.
Monk told me what transpired while I was asleep. To think the Jedi Order is no more, that must have been dreadful for you. We have both been through so much, but we must persevere, Cal. After all, what else is there to do?
That's right. You've got room for one more?
I shall remain here, but if you need my counsel, I will be at the saloon. I am very fortunate to have met you, Cal Kestis.
I found something out there.
Oh yeah, what do you got? Another holocron?
Jedi. From the time of the High Republic, somehow preserved him back to Dagan Gera. I freed him.
What happened?
He attacked me. Escaped with the Bedlam Raiders. He's who they've been looking for. Says the Jedi betrayed him and turned to the dark side.
Are you okay, kid?
Tanalor. It's real, Greez. It's hidden somewhere in the Abyss.
Oh, that's impossible! The Abyss eats any ship that gets too close!
The Republic found a way through hundreds of years ago. That's why they built that array in the forest.
A hidden world that nobody's been able to reach for centuries. If you figured out how to cross the Abyss, you could just disappear.
Completely. No Bedlam Raiders. No bounty hunters.
No galactic empire.
I'm just spitballing here, but that does sound like a place that someone could call home.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a home.
Get your feet down. All right, I'm going back to the cantina.
You know, Greez, we could use a real pilot.
I don't know. I mean, you're doing okay on your own. I mean, you could clean the Patoli weave every now and then.
We don't know the Mantis like you do. Nobody does.
Oh, Cal, I'm sorry. My best days are behind me. I can't even hold my card steady.
I know things are different from how they used to be, but I'm not sure I could do this without you.
Is that really how you feel?
It is.
Well, I mean, I guess I could have Monk keep his eye on the saloon.
Greasy money. All right. You in? I mean, there's not gonna be much in the way of credits.
Cal, this is better than any score. Imagine, no more looking over your shoulder. A safe place for us, for the ones we love.
If anyone knows about a lost Jedi world, it's Seer.
Jedi! Aha! It's about time you paid that lady a visit. All right, I'm gonna make us some food before we go.
So who's this seer we're going to see?
A mentor of mine. Rescued me from the Empire on Braca and dragged me halfway across the galaxy.
Sounds like you two went through a lot together.
We did. Been a long time since I've seen her.
Want to set out? In my experience, you gotta chase a lead when it's hot.
How's it feel to be back on the Mantis?
Good. Thinking about whipping up some curried burrafish. Kitchen looks in better shape than the rest of the ship, kid.
I definitely saw less action since you left.
You're telling me. The spice levels haven't moved. Did you cook even one decent meal for yourself these last years?
I'm not half the cook you are, Greez. And maybe only 3/4 the pilot.
Very kind, but the first chance we get, I'm making you a plate of Great Granny Pyloon's umber hash.
My favorite. Can't wait.
So, we headed to Jeddah or what?
Give me a sec. Want to tweak a few things. That'll do.
Hey, Cal. Good to see you.
I know what you are, for what it's worth.
Do you now?
Sure. The way you carry yourself. That saber on your belt. I won't say anything, of course.
Why not? The bounty could be your ticket off-world.
And I've already told you enough about my past business to land me in an Imperial intake yard.
Guess I'll have to settle for honor among outlaws.
Look, I know what it's like to have a losing streak tied around your throat. And I respect anyone who keeps fighting even when the chips are down.
You're a hard man to read, Moran.
Then, as they say, I've still got it. Strangest thing, I was enjoying a lively constitutional earlier today.
Really? You?
I deserve that. Anyway, I saw the strangest duo putting around the far side of the valley. One was tall and quiet, one short and babbling. They had stopped to inspect some beastly carcass. This had you written all over it.
I deserve that.
See you around, Cal.
Greetings, Sojourner.
Just Cal will do.
It will not.
Okay. You don't look like the other prospectors.
No. They unearth riches. Tulakt excavates that which cannot be so easily grasped.
Make a lot of credits in that line of work?
Wisdom is a good that never decays and is always in short supply. Now is not the time to speak.
Got a second, Monk?
You look tired. Take a load off. Word is there's a traveling troubadour and a DJ droid from the core worlds on Koboh.
Not what I expected you to say. Any idea where they're there?
They've hiked out onto the valley plateau to sample the sounds of the wild.
The sounds of the wild can come from creatures that kill you.
Can't drop those beats if you're dead.
I'll see if I can find them.
I suspected as much.
What happened with the cantina's previous owner?
Like I said, blaster poisoning. He used to run a smuggling ring. Raiders took a cut, and one day, the owner shorted them. He crossed the wrong raider, and...
Is there a right raider?
Fair point. You catch on quick.
See you later, Monk.
Barkeep,
What can I get you?
how about putting a lock on the door so that slimy wretch won't wander back in?
Turtle? No can do. But we need all the business we can get.
And how about paying off that brute and his gang so I can drink undisturbed?
Sorry, Big Wheel. We're not exactly flush with credits. And I don't think Ravis is on the tape.
Figures.
Another drink it is.
Oh, it was bad. Real bad.
When is it ever not bad with you?
Stakes were raised, Mosey. The way Zeke was looking at me, with his crazy eyes. I swear if Cal weren't there, I would have been 6 feet under.
Speak of the Gundark, there's your savior.
Hey there, Mosey. You stop into Pyloon's often?
I check in every now and then. Raiders like to pick on the helpless.
And your axe screams, "Fight me! I dare you! I double dare you! You two-time and dirty!"
All right, settle down.
How long have the raiders been here?
Few years. Not long after I arrived. I don't know a planet in the Outer Rim free of raiders in general, but these bedlam bastards have changed Koboh forever. Most hunters know you cull when you need to, and you stop hunting when a herd gets too low. These raiders kill for sport, and made a lot of those beasts much more hostile to us. Take Shepherdpedes, for example. When they lose habitat, they get territorial and fight back.
Same as us, really.
Sure enough. Biggest mistake our kind ever made was thinking we are any different. Be seeing ya.
Cal, I gotta confess something.
Here we go.
That tech I tried to sell to Ravis, there's more of it in the valley. A building right in the center. You can't miss it. So I was thinking, you head there and check things out, and we split whatever you find 50-50.
We'll see, Turtle.
Finally, it's nearly here, Mosey. My birthday is right around the corner.
I feel like you've been talking up your birthday next week for a few moons now.
Exactly. The anticipation is killing me. But I've been giving it a real hard think, and I finally know what I want.
You better not be hollering about grabbing one of my Nekkos again.
Oh, no, of course not, Mosey. I'm thinking something bigger. Much bigger. Something that matches my new persona. Maybe something with teeth.
Turgle, you ain't got no teeth.
That's beside the point. Cal, look at this saloon.
Monk's been really busy.
And I helped by staying out of the way. Did you know there's even a garden on the roof?
Rooftop garden, huh?
That's right. What are you waiting for? It's just up the stairs. Go check it out. Hiya.
Let's see what we find up here.
Cal, you seen that waterfall near the forest, right?
Is that the spot the raiders like to camp out at?
Afraid so.
Those abominable bullies. Why, this gem of a planet ought to be enjoyed by one and all.
So our expedition is a no-go?
Not unless you want to dodge some blaster fire.
No thanks.
Is there anywhere on this planet where one can relax safely with friends?
There's a few raider-free pockets left. Koboh ain't what it used to be.
I'll leave you to your new friends.
Catch you later, Cal.
Oh, hey! It's you! I saw you tearing through the woods. Remember me? Name's Toa. I'm a historian. Freelance these days.
Cal, also freelance. You planning on doing more exploring?
Of course. This is my first time beyond the Mid-Rim, but I can already tell this place is a trove. Centuries ago, folks couldn't wait to scratch out a living under a new sky. And hell, they sure chose a vibrant world.
Vibrant, huh?
Hey, let me know if you find any more of those chambers, yeah?
Will do.
Cal, I heard about a meditation chamber.
You gonna check it out?
I wish. It takes some serious acrobatics to access it, and...
I could give it a shot, Toa.
A shot? This coming from the guy who scales basalt pillars in the time it takes me to date my field journal. Happy hunting, you two.
Maybe when you're feeling 100%, I'll take you up to the waterfall.
Waterfall? In my day, the boldest Jedi used to cliff dive.
I think things may have changed.
Back in my day, that is pre-Raider days, my friends and I used to jump off and look for Priorite in the riverbed of Swindler's Wash.
Priorite? That is a rare mineral around here.
If you're feeling feisty, we could check it out sometime.
An outing with friends? Oh, how you miss the company when you've been deprived of it for 2 centuries.
We'll talk soon.
Cal, how good to see you.
You too, Z.
Should you find any Datadiscs from my day, I'd be happy to decrypt them for you. I imagine there are many that remain lost on Koboh.
We'll let you know if we do.
Cal, I hope I'm not intruding, but what happened to your Jedi Master?
He died during the Purge. Gave his life so I could escape. I can still hear his last words. Trust only in the Force.
Oh, Cal, I am so very sorry.
It was a long time ago.
2 centuries later, and Master Greez's last directive still rattles my memory banks.
I'll never forget. But that's how they're still with us.
I think you're right about that. Cal, I always adore seeing you, but you won't find the key to Tanalor in this cantina now, will you? How may I serve? A strong choice, certainly.
This one.
Hazy. I heard Monk brought you up to speed on recent events?
I just don't understand. How can this shameful empire remain in power?
I don't know anybody who loves the Empire. But hey, there's money in Imperial salvage contracts.
Plus, for most of us, life has not changed too drastically.
Oh, don't spare my circuits. Tell me what you really think.
Well, sure, things are different. Back home, practically every lab is under military funding. But things are a lot like under the Republic. We go about our lives, send delegates to the Senate, vote.
What a vote is worth these days.
It's so difficult to imagine a galaxy without the Jedi. Like a drive core without its Rhodonian spark.
Not a bad selection. I'll take it.
Excellent selection!
place could use some greenery. Wonder if I could find someone to help. All right, let's try planting these seeds we found. Here looks good. Good spot to grow. Decisions. How about here? That's the spot.
Well, hey there, traveler.
Hi there.
Don't mind the beast. She don't like strangers. The mountain don't neither. You be careful.
I'll try. Thanks.
Prospector's Folly, we call it. Pretty treacherous. Crawling with all kinds of dangers.
Sounds like our kind of place.
There's stuff beyond these crags that make your blood run cold.
Oh, we could tell you some stories.
Something blisters, what an almighty racket! Have you bells for feet?
Find something?
what's your name, lad? If I'm to hold a grudge, best to know the name.
I'm Cal. This is BD1.
My bantam old mum dubbed me Skoova Stev. Skoova the Fisher, am I?
You know, there's a fish tank down in Pyloon Saloon that could use some attention.
Pyloon Saloon? That labyrinth-infested watering hole down in yon valley.
All right. Did I ask?
Ah, fine, twist my arm. I'll do it. Meet me at the saloon and we'll appraise this so-called tank. Ken, you couldn't stay away. You didn't even forsake the sea spray once it's misted your gums.
I guess not.
You're the aspect of a fisher, lad. And, lucky for you, we're perched just above the lair of the sea fish.
Sea fish, huh?
That's right. An impossible catch. No fisher in the right mind would pursue such a quarrelsome foe. No fisher, but Skoova's Stev.
That was pretty impressive.
You still think I'm small time, eh?
No, I believe
Well then, I've no choice but to regale you with my bleak-most history. Tarry a moment, and I'll tell you a thing or two about old Skoova Stev. So, you wish to prick up your ears and receive the tale of Skoova?
If you're sharing stories, we'll listen.
Then you be a fool, my lad. My sordid tale will bring you nothing but grief and woe.
Okay, well, if you're not sharing stories, we'll...
Oh, fine, I'll tell you. At your own insistence, and at your own peril. My story begins in a small village on the frozen banks of Sakavi, my home world. Nights black as quillfish in it. Winters so cold, a stern look could turn you to glass.
Doesn't sound like the easiest place to grow up.
Difficult, aye. From the moment your mother's milk froze on your tongue to the moment you foundered upon frozen streets. You see, the fishes, they had the right of it. They dwelt far below the ice, where warm currents danced like ribbons in the wind. To fish so scarce a quarry, on account of the great fish famine, well, it's nearly a mild undertaking. But for all me belly-aching now, there's a peaceful enough life for a wee Sakavian with an instinct for the rod.
So you discovered your talent early?
Such a talent was I, that as a lad, me hardly spotted my first prickly chin hair, I was given an audience with Undan. But that'd be a tale for another time. Oh, and some advice, lad. If you're planning to scale the mountain, you'll need to keep a strong grip.
Careful. There's nothing to worry. Whoa! I got you, Shanna. Thanks.
We can trade this at Doma's shop.
Oh, a friendly face. Glad to hear the Mantis is up and running again.
Hard to imagine life without her.
Don't worry. That thing's as sturdy as a bantha.
Not sure Greez would like his ship compared to a bantha.
Do I look like I care much what he thinks of me?
No, you don't.
That's right. I don't see what all the fuss is about with that droid.
I think she's talking about Z.
It's like that's all people want to talk about.
A droid that old is pretty exciting.
Well, I'm old. No one wants to talk about me. Look, let me tell you. I was one of the first people in this town, and I have seen a whole lot of fads and flavors of the
Like what?
week. We once had a fire juggler come in. People paid to see her, too. 50 credits a pop.
Sounds like fun.
Oh, yeah, it was fun. Till she burned half the food silo down.
Ah, not fun.
See, stuff that's new is exciting, sure, but what really counts is consistency. Reliability.
A lot of raider activity these days. How you two holding up?
Us? Yeah, we're fine.
We're always fine.
It's the others I worry about.
You do? That's kind of you.
Yeah, we worry that if they keep being such cowards, they'll be dead by tomorrow.
And then we'll have no one left to make fun of.
To be honest, that's really what gets us through the day.
Mocking Turgle's like drinking water.
And shaking our heads at that whiny slump Moran.
I'm starting to feel better already.
I guess some things never change.
And that's how we like it.
So long.
Avast, you barmy... No, Pods. 'Tis only Cal. Forgive the short greeting, lad. I'm always on edge when fishing for the Fingerlip Garpon.
What a name.
And fierce as they come. But that doesn't deter the poachers. The poor Garpon, despite its rarity, is a delicacy for the black of heart and the rumbly of belly. In we go! Did you see that beauty? 2 plump fins, a fine complement of glands, a scrumptious varicose tongue.
Fishing on an empty stomach, Skoova?
Hey, I can't succumb to the passions of the stomach. The Garpon must live. I'd better get me mind off it. Spin your tail. Where were we? Ah, yes. By virtue of my prodigious fishing talents, I was taken to see the mysterious one they call Undone. I can see it still. Wee Skoova, ushered into yon black-mouthed cave. I could barely make out the figure, glinting with moonlight. I scrubbed my eyes like a old tar scrubbing the deck. And there she was, a vast creature. Great tentacles blooming from her bladder, like cables gorging on a fuel tank. One of the tentacles twitched into the air, just over my head, and then, wham! Right on my noggin, so I'm told. I staggered out the cave like a lover first acquainted with the deck. But something else happened. I think when that fell tentacle struck me, Undone took something straight out to me brain and put something else in.
She put something in your brain?
Aye, boy. The subtle art of catching a fish. The art of focus. And in the dark, with nothing but the bristles on your chin for company, That focus is special. From that day forward, when I plunged my line into the frigid waters, it would emerge with a fish. 3 times out of 7.
That's less than half.
My village told me that I'd be the one to save them from the great fish famine. Little did I know that the grapnel was soon to arrive on our shores.
Gonna assume that's a bad thing.
Perhaps, lad. And perhaps not. But that'll be a story for another time.
I should probably get back to the kitchen. Rush hour should be starting any time.
Is there really a rush hour?
Yeah, of course. Of course, that doesn't mean we get a crowd or anything, but it's still a rush for me.
Seems like you're happy here. I like seeing that, bud.
I've got a kitchen and plenty of places to hide. I'm doing just fine. But I do miss my ship.
The Mantis misses you too.
Yeah, sure, I'll bet it does. The way you fly. Get out of here, it's almost rush hour. Now, where to start?
Did he really stand up to that mean mug with the regenerating limbs?
His limbs regenerate?
That's right. There's all sorts of mean critters on Koboh, but every one of them would run for the hills after one look at Ravis. But you stood your ground, Cal.
Probably wasn't the smartest move, but it felt right.
You know what you fight for, and you're not afraid of a challenge.
Am I that easy to read?
Nah, but I know a fighter when I see one. And the Valley could use more of your like.
I'll try not to pick too many fights.
Mm-hmm. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll look after things while you're gone, Cal.
That's right. The outpost is under our watchful eyes.
Easy there, cowboy.
You're back! Oh, it's really good to see you.
It's good to see you too. How are things around here?
Between you and me, I think the management is much improved.
No more raider trouble here? Any threats we should be aware of?
Well, not since you put Ravis on the run. Come to think of it, they've been very quiet since then.
That's what worries me.
Don't worry about this place, Cal. I have everything under control.
Did you choose that paint job for the Stinger Mantis? Or was that Greez?
It's a little flashy for my taste.
Hey, when you're the galaxy's most wanted, you might as well go out in style.
The Mantis has gotten us out of more scrapes than I can count. She could do with more regular maintenance, but I couldn't ask for a better ship.
Then she lives up to her name. If I were you, I'd ride that thing until the thrusters fell off.
That's the plan.
We're ready when you are, Cal. Let's get a move on.
Copy that. Barkeep.
Good to see you, Cal.
What kind of clientele you get here?
One dusty prospector after another, hoping to strike it rich on old tech or Priorite. Sometimes I wonder why I bother. Anyone with real credits to spend leaves Koboh in a hurry. At least they're less likely to die in here than out there.
You should write that on the side of the saloon.
Careful out there, sport. Seems plenty of sinister fellows are coming out of the woodwork these days.
It was good to see you. So what'd you do before you came here?
I used to perform in a medicine show. I was required to dress in garish outfits and read fortunes, while others would scam the audience.
That sounds a little demeaning.
Yes, but the experiences we carry always have a use, Sojourner. When I arrived on Koboh, I noticed a charlatan trying to swindle someone with fool's priorite.
How'd you know?
He wore long sleeves in the heat.
Sleight of hand, huh? I saw a merchant on Corellia do that.
An old trick. Well, I stopped the sale, and Doma has been grateful ever since.
And the swindler?
Tried the trick on the raiders, so I hear, and sealed his fate. Sojourner?
You're back. Guess you're not dead.
Hope you weren't placing any bets.
Please. It'll take more than cutting down that chump Zeke to impress me. Take down a real killer. Then maybe I'll wager a credit or two.
So how did you end up on the wrong side of the law?
After my studies, I worked in the Republic Tax Collection Agency, investigating revenue disputes.
You were a tax collector? Sounds pretty legitimate so far.
Drearily legitimate. But it did introduce me to a steady procession of people desperate for things to shake out in their favor, so to speak.
And you helped them out, for a price.
Yes. But my fee was nothing compared to the price they paid at the hands of a corrupt system.
Whatever you say, Moran.
Not now. Barkeep.
Be with you in a tick, Big Wheel.
Glad you came around to it.
Hey, didn't he make a fetching first impression? Have a mind to give it a third scrubbing. Cleaning the filter, you'd think someone tried to crab a mollusk through a sieve?
Oh, can't unhear that.
Hey, buddy. Hiya, Cal.
You and droids seem to get along, don't you?
Sure do. Always had trouble connecting with people. Droids are logical, easy to fix when broken. People are unpredictable.
No kidding. But once you find the right person, it gets easier.
Hope so. Hey there.
Seeing these High Republic ruins with my own eyes. How do you go back to the Academy after that?
Not something I expected to hear from a historian.
I didn't expect it either. Originally, I couldn't wait to wall myself into a library. Why visit one dig site when you could read about 30, right?
So what made you decide to leave?
It is hard to describe, but the more I learned, the more I wanted to get my hands dirty and live it. Not just read about it on a calf-stained terminal, you know? Take care out there, Cal.
You too.
You asked how life was different in my day. For one, I believe we were more charitable to one another.
Yeah, the Empire has everyone so afraid they just look out for themselves. What was it like back then?
Once I was running an errand for Master Kree, very time-sensitive business. I moved with such haste, I blew out my motivator. I was perfectly aware and completely immobile. Most embarrassing.
How'd you get moving again?
By chance, a friendly bystander diagnosed my predicament and graciously installed a replacement.
That's generous. Out here, they'd probably scrap you for parts. How'd you repay them?
I didn't. I never saw him again, but weeks later, I was able to help someone else. That chain of kindness kept the Republic going. For a while. Cal, I don't want to be that droid, but Tantalor won't discover itself.
Garden's looking kind of respectable.
Keep an eye out for the Empire.
Cal, I happen to notice that the spices are all filled to the brim.
This is your ship, Greez. I kept it just the way you left it.
Yeah, but come on, did you never cook a meal for yourself in the last years?
I cooked once or twice.
Did you? I mean, not a single grain of salt used? You don't hate salt, do you? Because I won't stand for a salt-hating crew member, that's for sure.
I'm really glad to have you back, Greez.
Yeah. Now where's my spatula? Always something to do, huh?